My whole life I grew up into the drug world. It wasn't anything for me to walk in the house and there would be drugs all over the counters, labs. At 4 years old, I was dropped off at my grandma's house, and that's when I felt rejection. A few months later, I was molested, and he looked at me and he told me that this was all I was good for. So right then, I believed that I was only good for men's use.
When you find out that you're pregnant at 13, your world changes. I was diagnosed with depression and bipolar. I used to cut. At 13 is when I started using drugs.
Then I was introduced to Backpage, and I found out that a few pictures on the internet, hanging out with a few guys, selling my body for drugs, for money. I couldn't prostitute sober, so I had to stay high all the time.
I found myself in some pretty bad situations. Basically, I was just selling myself. I ended up losing both my kids. My house was raided. There was guns, there was drugs, there was money. So I ended up in jail again, and this way I knew that there was no hope.
These ladies from Out of Darkness, they started coming to the jails and they started ministering to us and the women there.
And the lady that visited me was totally amazing. She prayed with me right there. She continued to keep in contact with me. She was faithful, and she believed in me when I really didn't believe in myself at all.
So I was one of the few that got mandated to Out of Darkness, and going to Out of Darkness was the first time that I felt real love that I didn't know existed at all.
At the time, I didn't really understand it because I didn't know how to receive love, not genuine love. And the fact that these people genuinely wanted to help me and genuinely cared about me was something that was new to me, but it's something that my heart really needed.
The homes were just amazing. The women there, they had a glow and they had passion about them, and they would read to us and we would do Bible studies, and we sat together as a family and we ate dinner, and I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what a family looked like, and they helped me see that.
The Oasis at Solomon House was a place that I was able to go to just to get alone with God, and I saw His face and I felt His presence. The relationship that we develop with God is something that's so intimate and so personal that I didn't know people could obtain. Abba House is a very intense program. It's a 15-month minimum residential treatment facility with women and their children. There has been times where I've had to stare my demons in the face and realize that they have no power over me.
God has taken this time to show me what a life is, to help me find myself, to find my self-worth, to find my security in Him. I have dreams that I thought were impossible for me to have. So I want to give back. I want to go out into the community and I want to pour into women. I want to be able to share the love that I have. I want to be able to share the light.
I really want to let God lead me through this next season of my life. I plan on doing ministry training, and there was a point in my life when I was really, really hopeless. And I really believed that good things didn't happen to me. And God used Out of Darkness to show me that I do have worth and that I'm worthy of coming out of the lifestyle that I was in, and that I'm worthy of having a different life than I thought that I ever could.